So let's talk about the current. It is hot as hell outside. It's been storming, like 85 degrees, super muggy. I'm a big melty mess because I'm a slim 280 pounds. So excuse the gloss because it's just hot. So let's talk about today's project. A couple projects we're doing today, but let's get started on this one. All right, I'm a Shriner. It's my Shrine car, Branch County Shrine Club. I had previously put headlights on, fixed the strobe lights, and put running lights along the bottom, wired in multiple toggle switches, and ran them all to a fuse block in the back. You can barely see it underneath that cable. But headlights didn't work, which is a problem. So these headlights are now hooked up. Well, I'm like, well, I want something more cool than just headlights. So I went through the trouble. I paused it for a second while I was running around. I went through the trouble of getting news, wanting to do something cool. So I ordered these googly lights to replace the headlights. You can change the color. I'll make them blue because my eyes are blue. So I had taken one of the light units, completely taken it apart. There's this lens, magnifying lens, makes them look bigger. Don't know if I'm going to need that yet. But in general, that's what they look like. Okay? They come as a complete sealed unit. That magnifying lens on the front. So I'd taken the trouble of taking apart both the headlight that were there, which are these, and the headlight that I just showed you. And it comes down to, there's an LED screen on the inside. So, and it plugs in, okay? Now the rest of this is just mounting hardware. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the LED screen and I'm going to mount it inside the headlight bezel. This is either going to be the coolest thing in the world or it's going to look like shit. Either way. But you'll notice that the LED screen is almost the exact size of the headlights. So I'm going to cut these down and permanently mount them on the inside of this, because if it's bad, it doesn't matter because they didn't work anyway. And then there will be little eyeballs in the front of my car. So that's what I'm working on. I will let you know how it goes, and I will post a couple little updates as I'm working through it. First thing I need to do is make this, remove the LED circle from the inside of the mounting. And I couldn't tell if they were pressed in, if they were glued in, so I'm going to kind of slowly work around it with this sanding disc. That's why I put it at an angle like this. So as I turn it, I can get closer and closer, right, to the point that it's right at the edge of the LED. I'll let you know how it works out. Just in case you wanted to see how this works, I'll show you. No, like running water. Oops, didn't want to do that. That's because I got the phone in my hand. Alright, here's what we do. We just slowly press that in. And slide it up. And as we slide it closer through I don't know what to call that, the guide, it changes how far it is here. So as you can see, I can get it right up to the edge, right? So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording so I can do this with both hands so I don't cause any damage to the LED or to me. We'll let you know how to make that. Okay, just turned off the sanding disc. Didn't ruin the sanding disc. Actually sanded pretty easy. As you can see, I need to clean up just a hair. You can feel just a little bit of roughness. I'll do that with maybe a knife or a lighter sanding. But it's almost exactly the same size as that eye. So now let's put the eye thing on there, right? So now that we can see they're the same size, I'm going to plug them in and ensure it works with it cut down before I go through the trouble of permanently gluing these two things together. Okay? Let me do that. Okay, so I hooked this up to my John Deere battery because essentially they run off the same battery. As long as 12 volts doesn't really matter. I just hot wired it directly to the battery. As long as it's going through the controller board and into the eyes, it's fine. So that's what it looks like when it goes through that magnifying lens. So you can see it still works fine, even though I took apart the lens portion. Now it's my plan, we're going to see this together because I haven't yet seen, it's my plan to mount it inside this lens. Let's see if you can even see it when it's in that lens. Oh yeah. So that's going to be on the very front of my car. And then it's got different modes. So let's click through the modes real quick. It gives me a remote. So green eyes, blue eyes. Let's see how that works. The lens, it's got kind of a purple thing. That looks pretty damn cool. Let's see what other modes there are though. It's kind of a greenish. Oh, lizard. Red. Blue again. Different kind of blue. Green. Wheelie thing. Red. Okay, that looks like all of them. I think I'm going to stick with the blue. Maybe this blue would look better with the lens. There you go. All right. Working well so far. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've taken some JB Weld 6-minute epoxy. Although it's been more than 6 minutes, it is so damn humid out. It's just taking forever for it to cure. When it does cure, I'll clean up the edges a little bit. But I put the little eyes, the little LCDs, behind the lenses after they were cut to size. All the parts are here to reassemble. I just have to trim back the epoxy. Probably trim back the bracket because now with the lens in there, it's going to be much wider. So most of this bracket's going to have to be trimmed off there on the edge. I put the waterproof gasket back in, and this is the housing, and I will put it back together, and you will never know that it was ever anything other than a light bulb until I turn it on and hit the little control board. Then I'll have my little googly eyes in the front of my car. But we're getting there. Okay, so they are all put back together. The brackets have been resized. You can't even tell I modified these. They turned out that nice. New grommets, so no water will get in. Sealed up, nice tight. Doesn't that look nice? Now I just need to mount them back on the car. Run the wire over to the control panel and over to the fuse box. And then fire it up, see how it goes. Hey, do you want to do me a favor and hit those, turn those eyes on? Farrell? And there you have it. So now, front of my cart has a set of eyeballs. Kind of hard to tell just how awesome that's going to be because the body's not on it yet, but I'm telling you, that's going to be pretty awesome. One last quick video once the body gets remounted. Okay, let's see how she looks, buddy. Awesome! Turn that one back off, that's too bright. Look at that. Turn off, yeah, you're good. That'll make people wonder. little googly eyes on my Shriner cart.